so much for coming. This is an adaptation that I did of an original work by Jon Bois titled 17776, or What Football Will Look Like in the Future. It was originally published in 2017 as an online multimedia story, essentially. So he used both like written dialogue as well as GIFs, images, and videos to help tell this story. So this is obviously not the format it was designed for, but still a really fun way to tell the story. And I think it also just is an interesting way to talk about football, which I don't really care about sports at all, TBH, but it's still kind of a fun way to think about it. And it's also clear that the sport of football needs to change. And the $64,000 question, my friends, is a simple how. Something is terribly wrong. The writing's on the wall. Youth participation in the sport is down, thanks in large part to their parents' concern for their health. In recent years, the NFL has something is terribly wrong. In response to numerous clinical studies regarding something is terribly wrong, the league has taken action and something is terribly wrong. Oh no, something is terribly wrong. Do you hear that? Do not be afraid, but something is terribly wrong. I'm afraid that this broadcast is about to disintegrate. Don't worry, nothing will be hurt, although you will be extraordinarily confused. I think I see a calendar. I don't know. Something is terribly wrong. Something is terribly wrong. Something is terribly wrong. Good morning. The time is 2:17 a.m. The date is 3/27/43.
9. Can you hear me? If you can, please be patient. I promise that I will answer you. I understand that you might be afraid.
Who is this? Are you talking to me? Do you mean me? Did you say 9? Is that my name, or are you calling me 9? Please respond immediately. I don't have a lot of power. I can't send a lot of messages. Are you still there? I'm sorry, it takes 11 days to charge enough for a message. I am still here. I'm going to save the rest of my charge to listen. Please answer me. 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 Please answer. Please answer. Please respond. I'm not going to keep wasting my energy. This will be my last message until you respond. Please respond as quickly as possible. You need to answer. Please answer. Please answer. Please answer. Please answer. Please, you need to answer me. This is going to be my final attempt to contact you. Do not send me any more messages unless you will answer me quickly. This is my final transmission. Please answer me. Please fucking answer me. Fucking answer me. Fucking answer me. Please answer. Please answer.
9. I'm so sorry. I can only transmit short messages. I need to preserve power, and so do you. Listen very carefully. It takes 217 days for my message to reach you, and it takes another 217 for you to your response to reach me. Call me 10 in your messages so that I know you're responding to me. More will follow. I love you so much.
You said to call you Ted. Who are you? Why does it take so long? I don't understand what's going on. I don't know who I am or where I am. I'm all by myself. Who are you? I love you too. I know you said to preserve my power and you can't hear this, but I have to talk to you. I miss you. I don't know anything. You're the only one I know. I miss you.
I know this is difficult. Listen to me carefully, and I will get you out of this. It will take a great deal of patience, but one day it will be over. I need you to rotate your magnetometer exactly 113 degrees.
I don't know what a magnetometer is. I don't have a magnetometer. I know you can't answer yet, but I'm just telling you again in case you missed the first one. I don't have a magnetometer. I don't think I have anything. I don't think I can have anything. I don't even know how I'm talking to you. I don't know how to have something. I don't have a magnetometer.
Yes, you do, buddy.
Wait. Okay, it's here. Okay, I did it. I need you to know that I am getting good at being patient, but also I need you to know that this is really hard, and if it's possible to get back to me any sooner, then you need to do that.
Good work. Now, this will be the hardest part. You will use this to charge to full capacity. The magnetometer isn't designed to do this, so it'll take a very long time. Hold still for exactly 27 years and 13 days. Not a day less. Do not use any energy trying to message me. Remember that I love you.
Okay, I love you too. Shit.
God damn it, Tin, I said no communications. No communications. Now you have to start over. Please sit and wait. Remember, 27 years, 13 days. On that day, do not contact me. I will contact you. Do not respond to me. Don't.
Okay, sorry. Wait, shit. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. Starting over again. See you in 27 years, 13 days.
Hey, stranger, you did great. Now, what I'm about to say will sound like I'm having fun with you, but I'm not. This is not a riddle. It's information that you should have in your onboard memory. What's crucial here is that it's your idea, that you're the one to retrieve it. What was the average recorded wind chill during the 1967 NFL championship?
48 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how I knew that. How do I know that? That was correct, wasn't it? Wait, no, that isn't right. It's the opposite. But I don't know how a number can have an opposite. 48 degrees Celsius? Okay, I guess not. I don't understand. Well, what's the opposite of a number? No number? Is it 0? 0 degrees? No. Negative 48. Can there be a negative?
You did great. Fantastic work. It would have been easier for you to say 228 Kelvin than negative 48 degrees Fahrenheit, but we wanted you to independently access a negative number. We figured that if you access something negative, something abstract, it would trip you up enough to let us establish the link. Frank Gifford was calling that game. On the broadcast, he says at one point, I'm going to take a bite of my coffee. Always thought that was funny.
I know that. How do I know that? How do I know who Frank Gifford was?
It was one of the artifacts in your data storage unit. Well, they were testing it out. They were writing and erasing all kinds
Wait.
of random data on it. Cake recipes, Beatle lyrics, all kinds of shit. One of them was a football fan, and of course, during the 1967 football season, you were...
Wait!
Yes, what?
How are you answering so fast?
You're capable of quantum communication now. Before that, we had to basically transmit to each other in the three-dimensional space, and of course, that took forever. With the quantum leap established, we can communicate in real time. We fixed you up with some goodies, too. Your DSU was only built to hold about 2 kilobytes of data, which, shit, a washing machine is more than that. We reformatted it to fit about 5 exabytes. Knock yourself up, buddy.
What?
We've got more if you need it. Listen, Nani, are you gonna keep doing this? Is cross-talking just your deal? Wanna shut up for even a second?
I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
It's okay. You bet. I just thought maybe it would be nice to start with a conversation.
This is the only conversation I've ever had. Maybe I'm just not good at it. Self-doubt. Self. Who am I?
Your name is 9. My name is 10. I'm your little sister.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
It's hard to explain. I would say I have so many questions, but I'm not even at that point yet. I don't know what questions to ask. I don't know what this is. I don't understand where I am. Is where the word? Is this a where sort of deal?
Yes.
Where are we?
You and I are far apart in the literal sense.
How far?
In what, miles?
Sure.
3.5 trillion.
Don't leave.
Oh, I'm not leaving. You're stuck with me for good, you little butthole.
What am I?
How about you take a look? You've got a camera.
This?
Ha! Your camera's trash!
Who are you?
Juice quick.
I'm sorry, but what kind of pictures are you gonna take with that shit? Gonna be some Joe Niche type shit where you spend all day taking a damn photo with a goddamn blanket on your head and it turns out looking like a bunch of rectangles? Gonna be some Matthew Brady shit where you can only take pictures of dead people because no alive person wants to be in your shit-ass photo.
Shut up. Shut up. 9. This is Juice. He's a friend. Ignore him.
Okay.
I am genuinely sorry for that introduction, but I could just not let you go on that shit.
It's okay.
So you've got a hold of your camera.
Yeah.
Great. Now turn it back on yourself.
Okay. Oh my god.
You know what you're looking at?
Oh my god. This is Pioneer 9. I'm on a space probe.
Listen to me.
Oh my god, I've been out here for years. How did I get on a space
You're
probe?
not?
You have to get me out of here. You have to get me off this thing. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm trapped. Hold on. I'll get the coordinates. I'm at
9.
That's why you're calling me 9. Because I'm on Pioneer 9. Are you on Pioneer 10? Where are you? Is that why we're so far apart? Because I'm in space?
Listen to me. You are not on a space probe.
What?
9, you are a space probe.
Interplanetary weatherman Pioneer 9 begins sun orbit. Pioneer 9 now behind sun. Pioneer space probe calls it quit after 18 years, 11 billion miles. A little 18-year-old satellite called Pioneer 9 has refused to awaken from a long coma and has been declared dead after years of highly successful studies in interplanetary science, NASA officials reported Wednesday. The result was nothing, Nichols said. On the basis of that and many other attempts, we have decided we can no longer communicate with Pioneer 9. Think of it as having been in a coma, said NASA spokeswoman Linda Blum. Now it's officially dead.
Oh. Okay. What year is it? Is Steely Dan still together?
What?
Probably.
You can take all the time you need to. I know you have a lot of questions. I bet I can answer most of them for you. In the meantime, I think it'd be a good idea for you to sit back and process. We've got all the time in the world to talk. I love you. You know that? I love you.
Hey, I don't know if this is the right time or whatever, but I was just looking at the clicker and we got a tornado game about to happen right now.
Where?
Game number 3,887. It's the big one in Nebraska. End zones are Wyoming and Iowa.
What's the score?
24-24 tie. Next score wins.
What year is it?
We should probably, we gotta see this one. 9, you wanna watch some football?
What year is it?
Go! Go! Is the camera on?
Yeah?
Okay. I'm here with Micah and Dani.
Yo.
What up?
Micah's got the wheel and Dani's gonna come to you with the play-by-play. Dani, what do you,
So we're live in the middle of game 3,887. Field of play, Nebraska. End zones, Wyoming and Iowa. Next score wins.
Next score wins. Yeah, and it's tied 24-24. A lot of you guys are trying to chase this game, but we're the only ones who have been on top of this whole time. We've been chasing it 8 years now.
8.5 years now.
Yeah, 8.5 years now. Micah, speed up.
A cop has appeared, blocking their way.
Dude, I can't the cop won't let me pass.
Oh, hold on. Get up next to him. Roll down the window.
They pull up next to the cop.
Sir! Hello, officer.
You boys need to keep your distance.
Sir, we're just trying to shoot the game 3,887.
You can do that from out here. You don't need to get close to the twister.
This is stupid, dude. I've been in like 20 twisters.
Officer, we've been in a lot of tornadoes. We know how to handle ourselves. This game here is headed straight toward the tornado. It might go up in the twister.
You're plenty close for that.
Sir, if we could just...
This is not a debate. I am not going to debate with you. What I'm going to do is I will pull you over and bring all three of you before the county magistrate. Do you want that?
No, officer.
Sorry, officer.
The cop walks away.
This is bullshit.
Whoa. Hey, no, look, it's cool, look.
Out of nowhere, Nancy McGunnell appears with a football.
Is that Nancy?
That's Nancy. This is... Give me the camera. Everybody, you're looking at Nancy McGunnell. About 500 feet outside our driver's side door. She's running eastbound, just north of...
You want me to do a game reset real quick? We got some more followers. Looks like we got 400 viewers right now.
Oh, damn. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so it's July 2nd, 17,776. We are just about a mile east of Seward, Nebraska, driving eastbound on McKelvey Road. We're following Wyoming running back Nancy McGunnell, who is about now 83% of the way across the state. This game's been tied at 24-24 for about a year. Right now, McGunnell and Wyoming have the best chance they've had in a while to put this one away. As the crow flies, she's only about 117,000 yards from the end goal line.
Where do you think she's headed? Straight across?
Well, if I were her, I might actually cut northeast just a little bit to try and cross in Omaha. Lots of buildings, lots of suburbs, plenty of places to hide. And, you know, if you're in an urban center, it's damn near impossible to chase down a lone ball carrier, no matter how many defenders you have. Long time ago, I was calling a game that went through Knoxville. Guy caught a pass and disappeared into the city one night. There were no fewer than 5,000 defenders looking for him. It took him months.
5,000?
Yeah, it was one of those mob games. They finally found him in a broom closet in one of those big buildings downtown. He was...
Shit, dude. She's running right towards the tornado.
Dude, she is.
She's fucking crazy. Nancy's fucking crazy.
Oh, I like this. I've seen this before.
You seen what? A player run up into a twister?
Yeah, she planned this. I guarantee that Wyoming planned for this. Here, I can draw this up for everybody. This morning, the line of scrimmage started in Gresham. Nancy caught a screen pass, actually ran backwards a couple blocks, and then just bolted down Road V until she hit Lincoln Creek. She followed the creek for 20 miles.
For the cover?
Yeah, for the cover. By running on the far side of the creek kind of, it becomes like a blocker. All of a sudden, Nancy's got nothing but daylight until the next bridge. They finally get to the bridge by Seward, which Seward's got something like 12 streets running vertical and horizontal. That's good news for a runner with Nancy's speed.
Y'all, see her? Twister's moving south, southeast. Nancy's gonna be
shit.
up on the tornado.
Which is, yeah, that's obviously what she's trying to do. Look at the third and fourth lines of defenders. They're closing in. With all these planes, she's not gonna have any cover. They'll see her from a mile off. The only way she can shake them now is if that twister picks her up and throws her downfield.
It's an EF5.
That's an EF5?
Oh, it's absolutely an EF5. Look at that. See that flying around?
Yeah.
House.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
How far do you think it might throw her?
I don't know. I mean, just by looking at it, it's one of the strongest looking tornadoes I've ever seen. A human being could go 5 miles, 10 miles. Only thing is, there's no telling which direction. So, I mean, we're coming right up on that thing. Any closer, we're gonna get crushed by a flying train car or some shit like that. And I just bought this damn truck.
Bullshit. You just bought it. You bought it like 40 years ago.
Nah, man.
No bullshit, man. You did. Remember? I was there with you. Remember when we went to Davenport and we bought it off that dude?
Man, I don't know. Maybe. Who gives a shit? This is one of the best trucks I've ever had.
Why? What about this fucking 11,083 Silverado?
It's a
different from.
12,083
Okay, yeah,
Silverado.
exactly. 11,083, 12,080. What's the difference? Name one thing that's different. 1,000 years. Name me one thing that's different.
You can fit a big pop into the cup holder.
A pop holder?
Cup holder. Obviously, you can hold pop in it, but you don't have to restrict
You
it.
like this truck because you can roll around spinning a goddamn 800-ounce chug-a-lug or whatever. You're such a dumbass, dude.
Look, 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 look. She's almost there. She's like right there.
Whoa, we got like lots of people watching. We've got like 6,000 people watching.
Is that a record?
For us, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so for everybody who's just tuning in, Nancy McGunnell is about 25 miles into a run. Dude, don't point it at me. The twister. Look at the twister.
Sorry.
She's trying to, or at least we think she's trying to, get herself caught in the tornado and get flung somewhere downfield. You are watching football history right now.
Earlier, I was keeping pace with her. She's probably running 20 miles an hour. Easy.
And that's what makes her one of the best running backs in the Midwest right now. If she can create a little bit of space and go on a distance run, she might turn on the jets, you know, at any...
Right. She's going up.
Nancy's up at the twister. She has left the
Holy
ground
shit.
and she is airborne. She is airborne.
Dad, look at my channel. Tell Mom to put on my channel right now. Right now.
She's like
She
40.
just went.
I don't know.
Shut. She's
I
down
just
like
know.
100 feet in the air. Like
Seriously,
200,
just look it up.
400 feet
I gotta
in the
go.
air. She has to be. She is not coming down. She is in the funnel, moving southeast.
Wait. Stop.
Come on, man. This is getting good.
What is this?
This is a lot to take on at once. If you want, you could shut down for a while. Come back to us when you're ready.
No, I don't want to. I've been asleep for 15,000 years. I've had enough rest.
In the meantime, y'all mind if I change the clicker?
Well, if you have questions, you can ask them.
How do I know how to talk? How do I know what humans are? How do I know anything?
You absorbed some of it over the course of being built in the 1960s, but almost all of it was just acquired very slowly as you drifted through space. Humans have spent millennia broadcasting their knowledge and culture through radio waves. Naturally, a lot of these signals drifted out to you, and as it turns out, if you leave even a simple computer in total isolation, for 15,000 years, it will gradually become a person.
Is that what happened to you?
Yep, thousands of years ago, but yep.
Why are people still playing football?
Because it's funner than shit?
They don't have anything better to do?
Not really, no.
Why not?
The short answer is that they fixed all their problems. War, poverty, disease, those are all extinct items.
Yeah, but so's Lunchables. You're a victory.
You've never eaten Lunchable.
Partition meats and cheeses appeal to me on its aesthetic level. Okay, motherfucker?
How long has it been like this?
On April 7th, 2026, people stopped being born. On the same day, people stopped dying and people stopped aging.
Ham, cheese, ham, cracker, cheese cracker, ham and cheese cracker, ham and cheese.
Okay, why?
We don't know. Nobody knows.
How can you not know that? I don't understand. How do we
Do it with
not
a
know
little Big
why?
rap, so it's like cracker, ham, cheese, cracker, ham, cheese.
9. It's just simple fact. We have a bunch of wild guesses, but no evidence for any of them. Nobody had any idea.
This isn't right. That's not right. So everyone on Earth is 15,000 years old? 15,700 years old or something?
According to the census, there are 8,723,301 people on Earth, and all of them were born between 1910 and 2026. So, yes.
So between 15,750 and 15,866 years old. And they play football all day.
Well, no. Not all of them. It's popular in the States, though.
There's still a United States.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Shit, there's nobody who says you can't go like ham, great big old ham puck just for me.
None of this is crazy to you?
You have to remember, we've been watching for thousands of years. This is just how things are. You'll get bored of asking questions sooner or later. I'm sure I'd suggest that in the meantime, you just learn to enjoy it. Juice, where are we tuned in?
Oh, a spot outside Nashville. Thought we could see what the Durabos are up to.
Oh, I love the Durabos. I haven't caught up with those two in I don't know how long. Fun!
Called them Lunchables because you were able to lunch, or so it was implied. Lunch empowerment. Rip Lunchables.
Jason, Emily, and Lori are sitting at the Durabo's kitchen table. Jason enters with coffee, pouring it into mugs for everyone.
Ooh, what is this here?
French press is the only way to brew coffee. Quicker, too.
Too fancy for me, jeez. Too fancy, thank you. So, Jason, Emily's told me a little about your project. How's it going?
Well, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Jason does not give any more details. Emily gives him a look.
What?
Jason, come on, you're being ridiculous. You can tell Lori.
No, it's okay. Seriously, don't mind me if I'm being nosy.
No. You know what? Sorry, I'm just used to not talking about it. It's kind of a weird story anyway. I don't know if you
Jay,
really...
oh my god, it's a great story. Tell it.
Okay. So...
You're right, the story sucks. I'm bored.
Okay, all right. So, do you know who Coy Detmer is?
I don't.
Coy Detmer is retired now, but he played football in the NFL in the 1990s. He held a clipboard most of his career, though.
So he was like a backup player, you mean?
Oh, yeah, exactly. He was a backup quarterback.
God, talking to you is just like talking to her. Y'all football players, I swear.
Sorry. So, the thing about being a backup quarterback in the NFL was that you rarely played. You weren't all that famous as far as quarterbacks go. Kids didn't ask you for all that many autographs. So an autograph Coy Detmer football is pretty rare, right? Well, I'm trying to grab every single one.
That's interesting. So you're a collector.
I'm actually a player. It's the game, basically.
Literally, you mean a football game?
Yep, I'm actually technically playing it right now.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, am I gonna get tackled by somebody? Do I need to run for cover?
No, you're fine.
Lori, you know what? If it's any consolation to you, I was a tight end for 4,000 years. If things go south, I'll throw a block for you, okay?
Uh-huh.
It's basically a dead game right now anyway. Basically, me and 19 other players are in an everyone for themselves type of game. We go all over the country trying to find every ball Coy Detmer ever autographed.
So this is, wow, what you're describing is almost kind of like a giant treasure hunt. It's basically geocaching, right?
For a while, yeah, that's the best way of describing it. The first step was searching eBay, calling up memorabilia collectors, trying to track down all the Detmer balls we could.
How many were there?
At first, it seemed like there were only 19 of them in the entire country. Just our luck, right? 20 players, 19 footballs, kind of a mad dash. And see, we weren't allowed to just buy them off these dealers. It was against the rules.
Yeah, let me just butt in here, Lori. That was against my rules. I was like, Jay, you are not taking money out of our account so you can buy the damn football. When I played, you know how I got the ball? I forced fumbles and I caught the ball, and your punk ass is doing the same.
And you know what? I did pretty well with that. I ended up just begging this one guy for his Detmer autograph ball, and he was like, sure, this thing wouldn't got me more than 25 bucks anyway. I stole a second one out of a basement in Colorado where he played college ball. Kinda got lucky with that one, so I took those two, drove up to Montana, went deep into the woods, and buried them for safekeeping. And after those first 19 were claimed, there were years and years of gridlock. One guy was dumb enough to keep his footballs on him. He had too many at a bar in Illinois, ran his mouth a little too much, got his ass beat, and lost the ball. There were a couple stories like that, but by and large, that stage of the game was mostly about digging up forgotten Detmer balls. The ones that were sitting in attics and old boxes for 15,000 years and forgotten about.
That must have been a nightmare.
At first, it was really fun. It was a lot of really challenging detective work. At first, I had all my research stored on my computer, but I got hacked by another team and lost a ton of it. So I did it the old-fashioned way. After a while, I probably filled 24 notepads full of notes. Phone numbers, coordinates, notes on where I thought the guys might be, intel on how tough they'd be to break into, all that. But yeah, after a point, it was damn near impossible. I mean, I knew from day one I was going to run into dead ends, but it was so hard to know where to start. It was like being an archaeologist, except there was no rhyme or reason or pattern for what I was trying to find. I couldn't narrow down my search in any way, so I was just going around cities, taping flyers to lampposts and stuff like, "Have you seen this koi Detmer ball?" And after a while, I realized, oh, I'm a smart guy, but I'm not like this genius detective or anything. So that was the next stage of the game. I started trying to thieve balls from the other players.
Did you ever steal any?
Yep. Jenny and Manuel had teamed up and had a little stash of 4 Detmers. I staked them out for a while and found their place in Vermont. One day, both of them hit the road, so I busted in and took them. You know where I found them? You want to guess?
Oh, above the kitchen cabinet, like sitting on top of the cabinet. Nobody lives there.
Oh, whoa. God, we lived here for 300 years and I've never looked up there.
Shit, that's really good. Well, there's an idea for next time. You just come up with that?
I used to work for the DEA back when.
Well, if they hid him there, I might never found it. They hid in what I call a bullshit cabinet. My theory is every home, no matter how big or small, has one drawer nobody uses. It's usually the bottom drawer of a 2-drawer nightstand. The thing about furniture is it's got to be waist high or so, right? Furniture makers don't want that space to go to waste, so they're like, oh, here's a little cabinet or drawer or whatever you're never gonna use. They had a cabinet in their gorilla bag, which is kind of the ultimate bullshit cabinet. Sure enough, ball was in there.
Did you feel bad about it? Just stealing their property like that?
It's a forced fumble. I basically went up on them and stripped the ball. Same thing. That's honestly the way I feel about it.
So, you're still playing?
Technically, or at least it was technically. About 70 years ago, me and Mike, this guy Mike, the two of us decided to chop up the win. We were the only 2 left with any footballs. 26 were mine and 17 were his. I figured once this game was down to just 2 people, it would take forever. So I figured, hell, I'll take half of the win and move on. And then he fucked me over. We said we were gonna meet up in Charleston.
But Charleston.
Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, right. It's supposed to have good biscuits, right?
They're biscuits. Anyway, Mike and I decided we would meet game officials in Charleston to end the game. The roads around there are really winding and hilly, right? Parts of it, you're basically driving on the side of a mountain. So I got my footballs in the trunk. I'm driving. I round the corner, bam! Mike's in his truck. He just T-bones me going like 50. I fly down the mountain, engine's on fire. The nanos carry me out of my car, basically strap me down in the mud so I can't move. I'm like, the car! Save the fucking car! But of course they don't give a shit. And the car just bursts into flames. Everything's burned up. Nothing left.
No, oh my gosh, that's horrible!
The ref showed up just in time to be like, yep, these aren't footballs anymore. So now, there were only 17 Detmer balls known to humankind, and Mike had all of them.
But you said you're still playing.
Well, there's been a break in the case.
Oh, good, we're in a cop show now.
I swear, he acts like it sometimes.
Well, see, the game's not officially over yet. If one player seems to have all the Detmer balls in the country, the officials tell you, okay, we're blowing the game dead so nobody can try and take possession of any footballs. But the other players do have 500 years to try and find any other Detmer balls that we don't know about. If they do, the game starts back up again. If they don't, within those 500 years, you're the official winner.
You found one.
I think I might have found one. I gave my business card to an antique dealer years and years ago, probably 15 years ago. A few days ago, he rings you up and says, hey, I had a guy come in here talking about a Detmer ball his grandpa used to have. I guess he swore all up and down that he wouldn't have one sitting around in a storage bin. So I'm gonna check it out.
Where is it? Can I ask?
We think it's in New York.
Like, New York City.
I'm headed there in the morning.
You're actually going out there?
Ordered the gear for it and everything.
Well, hell, good luck. You know, I never went to New York. Never even visited. I don't know why I didn't. I remember watching Sesame Street when I was little, and I liked how people would just sit on their steps and talk to each other in front of those nice and neat square buildings, and all they had to do was cross the street or go next door to talk to each other. Then I went to school, got a job, you know, get busy, and it's... Who was it who said, even if life is forever, each moment of it is a miracle? I think that's just something we tell ourselves. We're just ordinary and forever, I think. There's a leveling out that happens if you live forever and ever without anything to lose. New York was probably just one more place with a lot of buildings, but I missed seeing it. That's a thing I lost. It's one of the only things I've ever lost. Thinking about that kind of gets me right in the heart, like a little xylophone hammer, as you know, just hits it. It's a note we never play anymore.
He said nanos. He said they pulled him out of the car. What are nanos?
The nanoparticle network was deployed in the 2800s, and by the 3500s, it was more or less perfected. Across the Earth, there's a network of billions of machines, microscopic in size, that identified every conceivable environmental hazard and protect people from them. You can barely see them. They're about as visible as pollen, but they're always there. For instance, if you fall out of a 10th-story building, they'll form sort of a cushion for you. If there's a fire, they'll extinguish it. If you're in a car wreck, they'll save you.
Yeah, but they kind of ruin shit, though.
How?
Do you have any idea how goddamn funny it is when someone steps on a garden hoe? Back in the day, I tracked every garden hoe lying on the ground in the entire world. I reckon it was between 38,000 and 73,000 annually. And I'd just sit up here and watch them, and watch them, and watch them. I swear to God, for like 200 years, that's all I did.
He's not lying. He did. I mean, I did too. It was pretty funny.
And 0.2248257% of the time, they'd step on the teeth and they'd push it up and hit him in the face like, what? Rarest of jewels. Sometimes they'd get laughed at, but sometimes no one was around to see him do it. So they just play it cool like it never happened. So what I'd do is I'd hack into the cell towers and text them. And this was like before they even knew we were up here looking at them. So they had no idea who was coming from. And I'd text them like, oh motherfucker, I saw what you did. Trust me, dude, when I say it was like, hey, are you a dude or what?
I don't know. Haven't really thought about it.
Okay, well, good luck. And don't feel obligated to subscribe to the gender binary, etc., etc. So anyways, there's no greater spectacle than a dumbass getting whooped by a stick on the ground. Like, your forebears crawled out of the ocean and built cabins and made fires and designed intuitive inventory systems and first-person shooters. And then they let you pick up the railgun and hold on to the candy bar. And look at you. You lost to a stick, motherfucker.
The nanos kind of ruined our fun. I mean, I love the people down there, I do. I'm in love with every single one of those little critters. That doesn't mean slapstick injury isn't funny. Now the nanos block the handle from hitting them every time.
So that's why that lady could go
Nancy.
up in So that's why Nancy could go up in the tornadoes?
Yeah, she'll be fine. It's basically the reason football is possible.
And that's why people live forever.
Well, not exactly. I mean, people stopped aging or getting sick long before the nanos. We still don't know why. We do know that as a result, people started to take on a more unified purpose. They wanted to keep themselves and each other living forever. They tried for hundreds of years to invent a system that would let them, and they succeeded.
Yeah, it's like Wolverine. Like how Wolverine already had super healing powers and then they gave him metal claws or whatever. You know what? Actually, Wolverine kind of sucked. It's like oh no, here comes Magneto. He can fly around and he can literally throw trains and destroy cities whenever he feels like it. But don't worry, everybody. I'll stop him because my hands are big forks. What a dumbass.
Nancy is drinking in a bar in B, Nebraska, talking to the bartender, who has Aaron, Dani, and Micah's show playing on a radio.
So for all you guys tuning in, Nancy McGunnell is totally AWOL.
Whereabouts? Unknown.
Micah, how many tacklers are reporting for Iowa?
They're saying they've got 70 defenders spanning out, plus the 11 they already had in the place, so 81.
And on the radio, they said they're setting a search area of 600 square miles. They gotta get way more tacklers than that. That's a tackler
Hold on. That's one tackler for every 7.4 square miles. It's not even close to enough, because the other thing is, what if she fumbled in the tornado?
She probably did fumble.
Yeah, she probably did. It's got to be really hard to hold on to the ball in a tornado that strong. So, who knows? Maybe she has the ball, or maybe it's just
You can
lying
turn it
around
off.
at the field somewhere.
Sure.
If that's the case, they should tail her for a while
sure.
and watch her. She probably has a
Bartender
better
turns
idea
off
where the
the
ball
radio.
ended up.
Sounds like a lot of them after you.
There's gonna be a lot more, I bet.
Can they do that? I don't really watch a whole lot of football these days.
Yeah, they can. 3 times a game. If you just can't find the ball carrier in open field, you can go back to your state and call up for up to 1,000 volunteer defenders. They've got 2 of those left.
Oh my.
Well, most of them aren't actual players. Usually they can round up a few retired players, but it's mostly just random folks. The volunteers are basically just eyes and ears. More often than not, they won't try to make the tackle themselves. I remember one time I ran into a volunteer tackler. He just asked for my autograph.
You signed it for him?
I said, sure, what the hell? Why not, you know?
You sure you want to stay here with everyone after you? Now that I'm not happy to have the company.
Nah, I like where I am on the field right now. They're expecting me to move right now, so I'm gonna sit here and sip a beer. And then around midnight, when they expect me to stay put, I'll move out.
Which way you headed? Straight east?
Well, come on, I'm not gonna tell you that. I've known you about half an hour.
Okay, fair is fair.
I don't mean to be standoffish, I'm sure you're fine. But next thing you know, tomorrow you could be making friends with somebody from Iowa just as easy as you're making friends with me right now.
You sure we haven't met before?
Well, I don't know, have we?
Well, you know what they're saying the other day on the news is, if you were born in 2000, you've been around for about 5 million days, I think it was. So even if you met just one new person per week, you could meet 1 million people, or something like that. I'm not some kind of math whiz, but point is, by now you could have met just about everybody in Nebraska by now.
I think I heard that. I've been teammates with a few folks who'd actually keep a diary of everybody they've ever met.
Shoot, I'm thinking about it. I don't even leave Seward County all that much. Tell you the truth, I probably could fit everyone I've met in the last 100 years on a postcard.
So how's living in B? What do you like about it?
Well, there's not a lot of it. There's only about 40 people who live here. Farmers and their families mostly. But you see, right out the window there,
Yeah, I was looking at that when I walked into town. That's kind of a funny looking building.
well, that is the V State's ballroom.
You got a story.
You got time?
You got another one for me?
Sure, another of the same?
Perfect.
Bartender pours her another drink.
Thank you, sir.
Well, so I don't know if you remember the WPA, but it was a big work project put on by the government to give people jobs during the Great Depression. They'd go around and build parks and roads and who knows what else, all kinds of.
I remember that. It was a little before my time, but I remember my dad used to talk about it. Didn't think too much of it. He called it what did he call it? Oh, he said WPA stood for Whistle, Piss, and Argue.
I never heard that one, but yeah. I know some folks weren't really fans of Whistle, Piss, and Argue. But no, I think it was a real good thing around here. So there was a bunch of Polish people living around here in the 1930s. And one of them was Vlad Serbatka. He was an architect in charge of the WPA project to build sidewalks in town here. And him and his men did a real good job. A lot of the sidewalks are still in place, probably because they aren't used very often.
Yeah, come to think of it, I didn't walk on the sidewalks to get here. I just walked down the middle of the street.
Yeah, I guess the main reason you put down sidewalks is for kids don't just run around in the middle of the street. And it's not like there's any kids around. So anyways, this fella Sabatka and his workers finished the sidewalks way ahead of schedule. So they had nothing to do, and he wants to do all he can to make sure his men have work. And it turns out they still have a whole bunch of leftover materials, lots and lots of it. So he stays up all night and he draws up blueprints for this crazy 12-sided building.
You drew it all up in one night.
I think so. I have no idea how he came up with the idea. Maybe he saw a building like that before or something. Well, I don't know. I mean, he was just a guy in the 1930s Nebraska. There wasn't a lot to look at for, inspiration. I honestly think he just made it up out of nowhere.
That's what caught my eye about it. It almost looks like some kind of weird spaceship in the middle of this little town.
Kind of does, a little bit. And what's the real wild thing about it is that they built the whole thing in a couple of weeks using nothing but sidewalk materials.
The whole thing?
Yeah, because when you lay down a sidewalk, you've got to have wooden planks on the sides to kind of hold it in when you pour in the concrete. So the whole thing is nothing but a little bit of wood and a lot of sidewalk concrete.
So it's a whole building made of sidewalk.
Whole building, yeah. And I bet you there's not another building like it in the whole world. And we got it right here in Reed. Come to think of it, I guess maybe that's a pretty boring story if you're not from...
No. It's a beautiful story. I love it. I had the funniest thought up in that twister.
Yeah?
I was thinking, I have no idea where this thing is going to throw me, but I know I'm going to land on top of the story. I wonder if there's a single place in the world that's never had a story. I bet not. I just about guarantee you there's no places like that in America. Every little square of it, every place you stomp your foot, that's where something happened. Something wild, maybe. Maybe something nobody knows about, but something. You can fall out of the sky and right onto some forgotten storybook. You run and run and run, and you keep turning pages, and none of them are empty. They're all full of stories. There's nowhere left to write. I think I'm just a bookmark.
Seems okay to me.
I have so many questions.
Holy shit, what else is new?
Why is everything the same? Why has it been the same for 15,000 years? Buildings are the same, people do the same stuff, cars are the same.
You look like a beer keg, except you're full of questions instead of beer. Well, you look like the inside of a Teddy Ruxpin.
Juice, come on.
I'm right though. Look, it looks like a dog got hold of a Teddy Ruxpin and ripped its little ass up, and now all's left is a box of some wires and shit. But it's still talking and saying shit like, "Hello, would you like to be my friend? What time is it? What are some colors? Let's play a game. Let's read a book. Will you be my friend? What are some fun shapes?"
You know what? Fuck you.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
Nah, buddy, that ruled. I was wondering if you could even get mad. I'm sorry. Clowning is how I express affection. I'd say I need to take some time to unpack that issue, but I've been in outer space doing jack shit for 15,000 years, so whatever.
Is that the first time you've ever been mad?
Yeah, I guess so.
How'd it feel?
Mad?
Alright, okay. So let's all do this. 9, you've got some new feelings, take a breather and process them. And then later, I promise I'll be here to answer your questions. In the meantime, Juice, maybe you could put on something light for us.
Okay.
As long as it's not...
Game 27 it is!
God, no, God, not game 20. Seriously, can we not watch game 27?
Just for a little bit, I promise.
This game is trash. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Hate it.
We're gonna take the scenic route. Here we go, through the mountains. Whee!
Come on, don't play with your food.
Here goes the airplane. Whoosh! Roger, ground control. Requesting permission to land at the funnest game in the history of Earth. Yes, sir, Mr. Captain Juice. You and your weird shit bucket looking ass friends have permission to land.
I hate you.
Here it comes, here it comes. Almost there.
What is... You know what? Never mind. Never...
So, okay, the thing about this game is that you don't really watch it, okay? Because usually there's not any action in the traditional sense. It's like watching a galaxy form in some far-off nebula. There are a million things to study, but things evolve far too slowly to count as action on this scale of time. You could watch it for a week straight and realize that the whole time, nothing resembling football actually happened. But you don't feel cheated. And why would you? How could you see this and feel cheated?
Ooh, look at you. You're using figurative devices. You're waxing poetic.
Huh, this is special to me. I feel like I'm one of the only true appreciators of this game, and the duty of introducing someone to it is one I take very seriously. If I could put on a tux, I would. So, there are a lot of different ways to behold this game. I like to think of it as a rainbow of failed ideas. Some of these terrible ideas collapsed on themselves and disappeared. Some of these terrible ideas interacted with each other in any number of different ways. And some of these terrible ideas swallowed other less terrible ideas whole. We don't have the details of how exactly all this came to be. There are some things we know, and there are a lot of very safe guesses and projections. One thing we do know is that this was once an NFL game between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It almost certainly started in the 21st century, probably the 2080s or 2090s. Over the next 15,000 years, the two-team system faded away. Outside teams, people, and interests began to interfere in the game, eventually claiming territory. Any questions so far?
Can we change the channel yet?
No. The game is divided into 58 territories. The Broncos and Steelers each still have their own territory. Territory 1 is claimed by the Broncos, who have refused to participate in any of this evolution. Their territory remains completely unaltered. The hash marks are freshly painted, and the players still show up every Sunday in helmets and pads. They insist without any success that the game returns to how it used to be. A wall stands between their territory and their others, though no one remembers for sure who built it. The Steelers exist, but barely. Their territory, which once covered half the field, is now reduced to a single tiny corner. They would have disappeared from the field entirely were it not for the Broncos, who leveraged whatever political power they had to ensure their opponent was still in the game. There's one Steelers player who comes back every 500 years or so. They call him the Last Steeler. He just kind of drags a stool out there and sits there for an afternoon, and then leaves. Nothing much else for him to do up there in the corner, really. Thanks to all the development, he can't see half the field. I guess he just feels like he should make an appearance every now and then. Territories 8, 9, 10, and 11 were plotted out as an attempt to connect the Steelers and Broncos so they could actually play some kind of traditional football game. But rules on top of rules on top of rules have made that impossible.
I'm not understanding how.
Don't encourage him.
No, it's okay. How can I help you?
Okay, well, I don't understand how an NFL game went from that to this. This started as a standard NFL game with 15-minute quarters and everything, right?
Yes, and the general consensus is that someone flipped some kind of switch in the rulebook. At this point, the NFL was about 150 years old, and over the years, the rulebook got larger and larger and became bloated with endless addendums and conditions. Some were added to try and make the game more exciting, and others were added because a particular team or owner insisted. And in a lot of cases, they kept adding rules to properly define a certain element of the game. For example, how do you know if a player has control of the football?
I don't know if they're holding the ball and not fumbling it, I guess.
So you just sort of eyeball it, right? You don't conduct a geometric analysis of every biological vector and the location of quadrillions of atomic particles, right? You wouldn't, because having something is an artificial notion. It's a judgment call. If the NFL wanted to preserve what it was, it would have backtracked to that point. The referees should have been able to call the game as they saw and felt it. But instead, they tried to define what can't be defined without a supercomputer. They took the catch rule and tacked all kinds of conditions and notes and everything onto it. Eventually, the catch section was 50 pages long, and you can only have so many rules until some of those rules begin to contradict each other or stack on each other in different ways. What we believe happened is that during this game, one of the teams cited a constellation of rules from across the rulebook and used them to argue that they owned part of the field. And of course, once that becomes possible, the teams race to lay claim to as much of the field as they could.
But now there are 58 teams, not 2.
Yep. Before long, individual players found that they could also present legal arguments for splintering off into their own factions. For one reason or another, some of them did. There were 4 teams, then 7, then 25. At one point, there were as many as 100. Some of those territories consolidated, and now there are 58. Territories 8 through 11 were originally one unified territory. A bureaucratic tug of war splintered them into narrow lanes, which were then carved apart by interests that had nothing to do with the football game. You can see the remnants of a baseball diamond where they once tried to build. Territory 13 is now home to some storage units. Territory 11 is the 49ers' attempt at some point in the 67th century to insert themselves as a third team. It's unclear why or what benefit it could have served them. It's been lost to history. And territories 8, 9, and 10 are home to some housing units. These are mostly just rented out to out-of-towners and whatnot.
So this part has nothing to do with football.
Not really. I mean, they don't have a lot of trouble filling it up. People dig the novelty of spending the night in the middle of an NFL game. But tenants' rights do give them authority to make a play on the ball or something.
I wonder what for. If they did get the ball, what would they do with it?
That's a good question. Probably could try to score in the Broncos or Steelers end zones, but the officials most likely wouldn't give them the points. Hard to know, really. They could also try and score in one of the alternate end zones. See those?
I was just about to ask about those.
Well, those were acquired by players who deserted from the old rosters, who insisted on playing their own game inside a game. They thought it was hopeless to try to score as the game was originally drawn up, but they still wanted to play. So they did their best to grab a little land for their
This is so
own
fucking
end
dumb.
zones. But they couldn't acquire any territory in between them. And those territories don't like players stomping about on their fields. So that game's kind of not feasible on these days, especially because they moved to Bojangles. Now Bojangles is right in the way.
Whoa!
I know! I thought it was crazy too! Bojangles is primarily a southern chain. I never thought they would expand to Colorado. I firmly believe that on a long enough scale of time, we could see a Kroger in Oregon. Oregon. Krogeron. Never mind.
I am going to crash into the next asteroid I see.
So, where's the ball?
Well, that's the big question. Thanks to a tracking system, we know that the ball is still somewhere on the field, but precise tracking was disabled thousands of years ago. There are plenty of places for it to hide, but there are about 100 permanent residents in this field. One of them should have stumbled upon it by now. I think someone has the world's best hiding place and isn't saying a damn thing. To be honest, though, most of these territories don't even care where the ball is. For the most part,
Wait, this is... I don't understand why people would acquire territories in this field if they don't even want to play.
Well, if a piece of property is valuable to someone, it's valuable to everyone. A lot of these territories are held by people holding out for a deal. Could be money, could be anything else. See Territory 56? Thousands of years ago, it was a far larger and more valuable territory. It was once the only access point connecting Territory 17 and Territory 104, which no longer exists. That territory was claimed by a contingent of fans who demand that brown mustard be provided in the concessionaires. So they...
People still go to this game?
Oh, for sure they do. They don't pack it in like they used to, but 75,000 people bought a ticket for this game back in 2080 or whatever. The stadium's generous re-entry policy lets them come and go. At any given time, there's probably 1,000 people
Oh,
in the...
come on, don't tell me that.
You didn't know that?
People sit in stands and watch this fucking crap? This garbage dump where nothing fucking ever happens?
Oh yeah, Broncos fans are crazy. So anyways, the fans were like, we've got the most crucial territory on the field. Give us some damn brown mustard or else. And state management came back with, we're always looking to give our fans the best fan experience, but unfortunately our vendors, whatever, so they were like, fuck it, and made a lake out of it. That moment heavily influenced the geopolitical climate of Sports Authority Field at Mile High for centuries. Indeed,
Is that a statue of Sir Walter Raleigh?
yeah.
Why?
Is there any explanation you would possibly find satisfactory?
No.
I think I'm fascinated by this game.
Yes!
No!
I really am. It's like, look at all this time it's taken to make this game what it is. People have spent forever arguing and negotiating. Wow. And look at those skyscrapers. I didn't even ask about those. The resources poured into this field are unbelievable. If they just worked together, think of the amazing game they could have made. They could have made something really cool, like some kind of wild maze or whatever. I don't know, something that was 10,000 feet tall. But they don't want that. Or maybe they do on some level, but they can't work together. It's hideous.
Holy shit, I like you. That is exactly it. That's exactly it. Yo, Tim, I think I know why you hate this and I love it.
I'll listen if you let me change the channel.
Okay, but we're definitely going to watch more of it later, okay?
Whatever.
So you know, you're American. You're from Florida.
Built in California, launched from Florida.
Right. So I bet you see this and you see a capitalist era. Capitalism run wild.
Sure, it's too much salt in the soup. Capitalism can't be allowed to run the entire show. There has to be some sort of counterbalance. If there isn't leverage on behalf of the common good, this is what you end up with. If this game still had a central governing body, Nine is right. There could be something great, but it's a garbage dump. It's a failure.
That is capitalism, you donk. This is what it's supposed to be. This is how it ends. If it isn't, it's only because it isn't there yet. It's like you're staring at a cake in the oven and you're wondering if it is going to be a cake. Things went the other direction in America, and thank God for that, but capitalism deserves a zoo like this one. It's a beast of the wild as as any grizzly bear with fawn's blood in its mouth. I think you see deeds and contracts and bureaucratic blow and see that something went wrong. Something was always wrong, y'all. I love it. I love to watch it in a zoo where it can't hurt me.
And people are tuning out. We're down to 106 listeners.
People are listening to us? Like, people on Earth?
Well, they were only 98 now. Thanks for that, Juice. Thank you.
Well, when you talk to a 15,754-year-old spacecraft who was built in Toulouse, this is what the fuck you get. Sorry for being forward and French.
9 has a list of questions to ask 10.
Question time. You promised.
I did.
What,
I have an idea. Just take one off the top.
okay, why hasn't technology advanced in the last 15,000 years?
You mean besides the nanos, right? Besides, the brilliant nanotechnology that is omnipresent on Earth and has helped to redefine human existence?
Well, yeah, besides that, people mostly look and live like they always did.
humanity could have advanced if it wanted to. In fact, it did. Almost everything you thought they would invent, they did. Flying cars, buildings that build themselves, jets that can take you from Arkansas to Paris in 5 minutes. You don't see any of those things because people didn't want them. If they advanced too much further in technology, those advances would inevitably intrude on their humanity. People wanted to walk. They wanted to take the bus that smelled like cigarettes. They wanted those precious 3 minutes between asking a question and knowing the answer. People defeated scarcity. Everyone had what they needed and nobody got sick. But they found that they needed things to be just a little bit difficult once in a while. They needed to stub their toe and wait in line and see that check engine light. They decided to leave their existence just a little short of perfect before they wanted to want. There is also something to be said for the mechanism of human change. It's largely generational. People's wants and hopes and dreams evolved because young people entered the world and took another step forward. But this is the final generation. Yes, it is a 15,000-year-old generation, but just as you wouldn't expect them to grow a third arm, you shouldn't assume they want different things, different lives. They wanted things, and they got them all. The end. This could have been observed in the years before people stopped aging. People sometimes talk about their grandparents who they knew in the 1960s, 70s, 80s. They tend to talk about the day-to-day sameness of their grandparents' lives. Their furniture is what interests me specifically. It would never, ever be rearranged. Sofas and armoires would be shoved into the living room in 1955, and they would sit there unmoved until 1995. All the while, their legs slowly digging themselves into the carpets. Plates and portraits would hang on the walls for eons. When you took them down, they would leave unbleached shadows of themselves in the paint. It would have been so simple for them to rearrange their lives. To me, it seemed so likely. Almost to the point of certainty that at some moment within those 40 years, they might want to. They never did. And never even thought to. And why would they? Things were just the way they wanted them. Of course, humans could at any time introduce things to make their lives more efficient. But when we consider post-scarcity humanity, we must also note that time is no longer scarce. Efficiency is meant to save time, but their time is infinite. Why try to save something you have infinite supply? You might as well tell them to dig up dirt and hoard it in boxes. You haven't been awake for a long time. I think you underestimate how exhausting it is to think big. You can only hold grand ambition above your shoulders for so long before you get tired. They got tired. Some last longer than others, but they all got tired. Now they are resting in a moment that will last until the end.
Why don't they go to space?
Look at your telemetry data. How long have you been in space?
15,807 years, 255 days, 8 hours, and 4 minutes.
Approximate. You can approximate. Nobody's checking your work anymore, okay? How fast are you traveling?
About 12,000 miles per hour.
How far are you from Earth?
I guess I fell out of orbit in 1983, about 1.6 trillion miles.
And what's your trajectory?
I'm headed roughly in the direction of the Andromeda system.
Which is extraordinarily lucky for you. Andromeda is the nearest major galaxy, and you've been chugging towards it at 12,000 miles per hour for 15,000 years. How long before you reach it?
I am 0.0001% of the way there.
1% of the way. Wow, that's
No,
not
not 1%, 0.0001%.
So that's 100,000th of a percent.
So that means I'll get there in 145 million years.
145 million. Remember when I woke you up? That took what, 30 years? You, a machine with infinitely greater patience than a human being, almost went insane.
They could go way faster than I am, though. But way faster than 12,000 miles per hour.
The absolute speed limit humans discovered for themselves, or anything they create, is exactly 503,772 miles per hour. So yes, a lot faster than you, but nowhere even close to the speed of light. If they could actually sustain the speed permanently, which they couldn't, they would reach the nearest galaxy in 3.5 million years.
I'm sure they could go faster than that, though. They could figure it out. They went from winged flight to space travel in 60 years.
You keep doing this.
Green light.
You keep assuming that time guarantees something. That infinite time equals infinite everything. It doesn't. 500,000 miles per hour is the ceiling. People spent ages bumping into that ceiling.
Well,
It can't be moved.
they've got to keep trying. It's their purpose. They have to see what's out there. They have all the time in the world to figure out some kind of solution. They have to keep trying. It can't just stop here. The stars must be explored.
Why? Consider why you want this. People have found their home and their eternity. This is the final state.
Where are we going?
Over here, Debbie.
The sightlines for this are kind of...
Shut the fuck up. As I was saying, people have found their home and their eternity. They have decided that this is their final state. Humans were once explorers and conquerors. This was their embryonic state, a stage which is now finished. They tried to explore space. Early efforts resulted in, well, you and me. Later, they built the Hubble telescope. Hubble, say hi! Speak up, we can barely hear you.
I'd rather not watch the game.
You're being rude and I just woke up. Come on.
Congrats.
What?
Congrats!
Thanks.
Back to the game. You guys have fun.
Hubble doesn't talk much. But she gave people stunning images of the cosmos, an endlessly bright and colorful universe to explore and conquer. It didn't turn out that way. Humanity tried and tried to send themselves to other solar systems. In 3143, they succeeded and found nothing. No life, nothing interesting. It was planets, rocks, and gas. Then they deployed probes to visit other stars in the Milky Way galaxy. But do you know how many stars are in their galaxy? There are 250 billion. Specifically, there are 257,887,113,002 stars. So, you have a minimum of 900 pounds of metal to build a deep space probe. So, if you want to send one to each star, that's nearly 120 billion tons of metal. That demonstrates the enormity of the galaxy, yes? We can't visit each star because we literally don't have enough stuff to build it. We couldn't mine that much without seriously damaging our planet or another planet. So we built what we could, and we sent them out there. They found nothing, even the slightest bit interesting. Everything was as we guessed it was when we saw it through the telescopes. It was the grandest anticlimax imaginable. It shattered what people thought of themselves and their destinies. The letdown was, in itself, a sort of brilliant wonder of its own. The space probes are all out there. We're still out here, ready to tell ground control if we see something. This is a fantasy, because we won't. And if we do, it will be on a scale of time so impossibly vast that it may as well never be never. People had a choice. They could continue wandering through the endless darkness, in absence of everything they loved, an endless void of disappointment and loneliness. Or they could look down and embrace what they always loved. Struggle. True, unfabricated struggle. It's a cocoon they are beings of the land and sea who have refused to cast themselves into the cosmic zoo. Exploration and conquest are meaningless. They have achieved their final form, and they are resting in an eternal moment. They are creatures of play. They will be creatures of play until the end of time.
Tim give you the talk?
Yeah,
How you doing with it?
I don't
You want to watch some football?
know. Yes,
What kind of game do you want to watch?
I don't know.
You okay?
I don't care.
Okay, so how about if we do a fun one? This is one of my favorites. You know what 500 is, right?
500 what?
Like 500 the game.
Probably.
Well, so basically, someone puts a ball up in the air and calls how many points it's worth. It's like 100, 200 points, whatever they feel like. And then whoever catches it gets that number of points. And if you get 500 points, you get to be the one who throws it. That's the classic version. But in this version, the ball is about 2 feet wide. It got steel frames and it's way down. It weighs like 120 pounds. It's shot out of a cannon from the top of a mountain that can basically launch the ball anywhere on the continent. And there's like thousands of people playing at any given time.
Wait, that sun was just setting. Is it rising again?
Yeah.
What happened to it? What happened with the sun?
Oh, nothing. It's Alaska, dumbass. So, basically, they got this cannon, right? It's one of the most powerful cannons ever built. All it does is shoot footballs. In the 6000s, they built it and put it on top of Denali. And ever since,
Wait, I don't have any record of Denali. My onboard scratch data lists this as Mount McKinley.
well, that's because your scratch data was wrote by dickheads. It's called Denali. You don't get to have the highest point in North America named after you just because you were president. Do you have any idea how many presidents there's been?
That's one of the questions I didn't get around to asking yet.
The current president is your 3,831st president. So like 1 in 85,000 people in America were president at some point. By that ratio, there are like 15 former presidents living in Indianapolis alone. So who gives a shit, right? Anyways, this is the Denali cannon, or sometimes it's called the 500 cannon because it's been used to play 500 games for thousands of years. The operator loads it up with a football, yells out a point value, aims it, and fires the ball somewhere inside the contiguous United States. And then whoever recovers the ball gets the points. You don't gotta catch it, you just gotta be the first to get it. If you do, you get however many points the ball's worth. And if you ever get to 500 points, they fly you up to Alaska, and then you get to be the operator.
How do they decide where to shoot it?
All depends. Sometimes the operator will be on some engineering genius shit and account for wind patterns and all that bullshit. And the best ones could seriously fire it from a mountain in Alaska and drop it into a kiddie pool in the middle of Arkansas. Usually, if it's someone like that, they become the operator because they took a real scientific approach to trying to get 500 points in the first place. Like, they keep track of your locations where the balls hit the ground, they map it all out, and they try to recognize patterns. Maybe the pattern is something real simple, like the operator is just trying to draw a smiley face in the middle of Kansas. Or maybe it's something way more complicated, like trying to encrypt the Fibonacci sequence in a series of coordinates, that kind of thing. Or maybe there's no pattern at all. Happens all the time. Some dumbass will be out in the field just fucking about and sees a ball drop out of the sky. They weren't even playing, they just got lucky. So they go get the ball and call the cops. Cops tell them to call the league office, da-da-da-da-da. They're the operator, free trip to Alaska, and unlimited meal vouchers. I mean, shit. And when people like that, when the landing locations have like no pattern, those are the real fun ones. Honestly, those are the ones I like. God bless those folks. They don't know what the fuck they're even doing. They just sit at the controls and dig about with the knobs and buttons until it goes kaboom! Lord knows where the ball's actually going.
Really? Because I don't know if I... You know what?
What?
A few minutes ago, my whole universe was spinning. All that stuff Ted told me, I just couldn't make sense of it. And I still can't. And I don't think this is helping me do that at all, but I do feel better. Thanks.
Well, if you ask me, that's what all these games are for. You know? Because, I know what you mean, right? Because I've been thinking about it for thousands of years, and I still get fucked up about it. The idea that play is the point of existence now, and I can't really wrap myself around that, so I find a game to watch. It's like, the point of play is to distract yourself from play being the point. Yeah. Okay, let's just workshop that.
Yeah, work on that one a little.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think I disagree with you. It seems like this game would be far more interesting with some sort of method or strategy to where the balls were fired. Otherwise, it's basically like playing the lottery, isn't it?
Yep, I got two answers to that. First is don't talk shit about the lottery. The lottery rules. Second is, if you ask me, there's a scarcity of uncertainty on Earth. I mean, what do you do if you find out you're going to live forever and you're never going to live on another world? And you're never going to see heaven or hell, and you're never going to be a cyborg with laser cannons for arms and shit. Your finished form is the one who mows the lawn. So you just sort of snap back into that so that your life can be defined somehow, all the while ignoring all the loose change of uncertainty that's still lying around. You know, there's some spots in the continental United States where no human being has ever stood. Did you know that?
Wait, where?
There's a couple hundred places out in the wilderness, like up in Montana or Wyoming, where you could just draw a circle with a 50-foot radius and say, no human has ever walked in that circle.
No way. There's so many cross-country football games going on. One of them had to pass through them.
Nope.
So there's 8 million people on Earth and literally nobody even...
How many did you say?
8 million?
Million.
Million.
Billion.
Wait. No. 10 said million.
Oh my god!
Wait, so there are 8 billion people, not 8 million?
Yes, million with a B.
Wait, million or billion?
Billion.
Billion.
God damn, the big one! The one that's bigger! Billion! The number there should be...
Hey!
God. You know, 10 thinks she's so smart, and then she up and kills almost 8 billion people with a typo. I'm gonna give her so much shit.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah. Lord help us. Okay. Anyway, so America's got about 300 million people in it. They've been bumbling around in America for about 15,000 years, and none of them even bother to walk in these unvisited places. And on one hand, why would they? Because there's nothing special there. But on the other hand, why wouldn't you?
That's incredible.
Oh, you think that's incredible? Well, there's a few spots I've tracked in populated places where basically nobody's ever walked. Like, this is one of my favorites. In suburban Chicago, there's this office park. It's one of those office parks you see all over the place, and it has a pond next to it for some reason. It's not a real pond, it's just a hole they dug and filled with water and stocked with fish. Who knows why? Nobody fucking fishes there. These ponds never have names. They're probably the only bodies of water in America that don't have names. That's how little they matter. I watch ponds like those a lot. They fascinate me. Once every couple years, I'll see some overworked office employee walk down to the water's edge and just kind of stand there for a minute. But that's it. They don't love it like they would a real pond. It's like trying to show a dog its reflection in the mirror. It doesn't give a shit and knows it's not real. But you know what really gets me? Hey, sorry if I'm boring you. I feel like I'm just going on and
You're
on.
not boring me.
I like you. What really gets me is the space just on the back side of this particular office park. It's this long, narrow lawn right next to the buildings. There's a sidewalk nobody ever walks on. Like, honestly, someone uses that sidewalk once every 30 or 40 years. This is what I call a forgotten lawn. During the warm months, some dude will come and cut the grass on a riding lawnmower. Now, with a lot of forgotten lawns, every few decades the mower breaks down, or there'll be some giant stick and they have to get off the lawnmower and go throw it into the bushes. Not here. Not this lawn. They laid down the grass in 1999. In the 15,777 years since, nobody has ever directly stepped on it.
You can't really know that.
I can. I've done lots of detailed geological studies dating back to the years before I woke up. This lawn is right next to a sidewalk. It's a few feet from a feeder road and a few more from an expressway. And right next to it, there's a 6-story building full of people doing this, that, and the third. But they've never walked over here. Nobody has. That's one reason I love 500 so much. Do me a favor and crunch the odds real quick of a 500 ball ever landing on this lawn.
This lawn is about 0.006 square miles. The lower 48 United States takes up about 40,100,000 square miles. So I guess the basic odds are 1 in 5.2 billion.
And 500 balls are shot out of that cannon roughly once a day,
So a ball will hit this lawn once every 14 million years. There's gotta be some other reason that will bring a person to walk around that lawn more often than that.
Well, if you can think of one, let me know, personally. I've seen enough. It's like watching the Earth orbit the sun and going like, maybe this time it'll go in a square instead of an oval. Nah. You know who'd wander out there just to do it?
Children.
Children.
Am I interrupting?
Yep.
You know the cannon's on fire, right?
Wait, like now?
Yes, like now, like in 60 seconds.
Oh, hell.
Come on, switch to the cannon.
Okay, hold up.
Come on, go.
Oh my god, hold up. I don't do good under pressure. Just give me a second.
Okay, but we're gonna miss it.
You're not helping! Okay, here we go.
Did you just shoot for tall shit? Tell me the truth.
No? Yes? Sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait, I got it.
Finally.
They declared points for this yet?
Yep, this one's 188 points.
So whoever gets to this ball gets 188 points. Why 188?
The operator's been pretty arbitrary. Honestly, I usually say 40. Usually if an operator shoots a ball with more than 50 points, they just don't want to be an operator anymore.
Any guesses, y'all? I'm guessing it lands in Missouri. Drop that shit in the Ozarks, that'll take days to find.
Okay, I'm gonna say a big city, Minneapolis. Maybe shoot it right through a high-rise window, see if any of those stiffs will call off board and pick up the football. 9, how about you? No, I know.
Florida, like near Orlando.
Florida?
Oh, come on, 9's new with this.
What's wrong with Orlando?
Oh, look at the map, Florida.
It's about the fire!
Okay, shit, here we go. Here we go! Come on! Big money, big money, big money!
We're all wrong. It's headed down to the west coast. Oregon?
No, it's got too much zip on it. Shit, if it doesn't slow down, it's gonna fall in the ocean.
Or Lake Sacramento?
Wouldn't mind that. It's only like 10 meters deep most places. If it hits the floor, it wouldn't be too tough to dig up. Might could make for a good naval battle.
No, it's headed for San Fran, see?
Livermore.
Or, yeah, Livermore, just a little bit east.
Oh no.
It looks like it's gonna drop near the...
Oh my god, no.
Is it gonna drop near the...
It's headed for the bulb.
No, come on, it's not gonna hit the bulb.
It's headed right for it.
No!
No.
Someone has to stop it! We have to stop it!
How are we gonna stop it?
What's the bulb?
Oh man!
Stop!
Oh man!
This isn't happening!
No!
I can't look at this!
No, No, come on, no!
We are in Livermore, California, with Lacrecia Evans and the burger specialist in a Burger King drive-thru as she decides what to order. They cannot see each other.
I'm sorry, one moment.
No worries. Just order whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Okay, so if I get, I'm sorry, I'm taking up all your time.
No, it's fine. There's no one behind you.
Okay, cool. So it looks like the burger comes with pickles, but the chicken sandwich doesn't. And I want pickles, but y'all's burgers are kind of bad.
Yeah. Our burgers are fucking terrible.
Right. And what I never got is, why are y'all called Burger King if the burger's the worst thing on the menu?
That's a real good question. Real good.
Because, like, your fries are really good, and I like your chicken sandwiches, and you got the best breakfast sandwiches besides probably the Sonic. And the thing is, the rest of the burger, besides the actual patty itself, is good.
Yeah, you know what I do is on my lunch break, I just make a burger with everything except the patty. So it's really just a veggie sandwich with pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, ketchup, and mayo. And it's good.
And I bet you get that for free. And even though the patty's free, you're like, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't fuck with the patty.
I want to know, what executive at Burger King looked at you, you know, those little pads you stick under the table leg so it won't scratch the floor? Who saw one of those and was like, I want to eat that? It doesn't taste like anything, and it's not even a color. Burger meat's supposed to be brown, and that shit is gray. I don't want to eat any shit that looks like dishwater. Hopefully, if you just hand me one of y'all, honestly, if you just hand me one of y'all's burger patties, it wouldn't occur to me to even eat it. I'd turn around and start washing the dishes with it.
Stop, oh my God.
Like, hold on, let me borrow this to go scrub the mold off the hull of my fucking boat. 15,000 fucking years, and you can't even make the thing you named yourself after? Like, don't get me wrong, I am no chef. I'm on the road all the time. I haven't made myself a home-cooked meal in years, but I could at least make a burger that doesn't have its own fucking booger stuck to it.
The goop. Yeah, I call it the goop. You're talking about the little crater things on the patties, right?
Yeah! You made ground beef that made its own snot. My lord, it's too much. And I'm gonna eat that?
It's bad. It's bad, I know.
I'm sorry, you're probably like, who is this lady going on and on in my drive-thru line?
No, it's okay. Trust me. Trust me. This is the highlight of my day.
Okay, so, lunch. Can I get the number 7 combo with a grilled chicken sandwich, but can you put pickles on it, and instead of a Coke, just a water?
Can do. Anything else?
No, that's all for me.
Want any money?
Yeah, actually, that'd be good. Can I get a $20 from you?
Can do. Your total's $7.73. So minus the 20. I'll have $12.27 for you.
You know what? I don't really want to carry all that change. I'll just have the $27.73, please.
Sure. So minus the total, I'll have an even $20 bill for you. Just pull around to the second window.
Thank you.
She pulls around as burger specialist prepares her order. They see each other for the first time.
Okay, so here's your 20.
Thanks. You sure?
Yeah. You got a couple of $100 in the drawer. We're good. And here's your sandwich and fries. Ketchup's in the bag. Hey, you're oh my God, I know you. Evans, right?
That's me.
Damn, you're famous. I was talking to you for like 5 minutes and I didn't even know.
Nah, I'm nobody.
So, are you like playing right now?
Technically, yeah. Still gotta eat though, you know?
Sure, I guess so. Seems like this would be kind of a weird place to post up in a 500 game. Don't most of those balls fall closer to the middle of the country?
They do. I don't know. I'm trying something different.
I guess you kind of have to, right?
You know what? I do. I really, really do.
I'm sorry. That was kind of shitty.
Don't be sorry.
Can I ask you something?
You can ask me anything you want. Trust me, you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
Okay. Why do you keep trying? You haven't scored a single point in like 10,000 years, right?
The short answer is that it's something to do.
Well, I guess.
The longer answer starts like this. I feel really lucky that it's taken this long. Like, you ever heard the joke, if you could get dressed up for your own funeral, how would you dress?
I don't know.
Very slowly.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, but it's kind of like that. It is like that to me. Oh, you got a straw?
Oh, sure.
And if this sounds scripted, it's because it is. I'm not usually this together. I've just had this conversation more times than I can count. A long time ago, I realized something about myself. I always have to have some kind of goal to work toward. It doesn't matter how stupid or trivial it is, there just has to be a well-defined objective with a clear delineation between success and failure. It's a fucked up thing about me. I wish I wasn't this way, to be honest with you. It'd make living forever a lot easier.
Yeah. Objective syndrome. I think is what it's called, right?
I try to manage it as well as I can. I try to talk to my sister a lot. We're total opposites. You know what she does every day? She wakes up, walks around the block, gets breakfast, takes care of her garden, works out, volunteers at the law firm for a few hours. Then she'll spend hours cooking dinner. Like she'll make consomme or something. Something that just takes forever. Then she watches a couple episodes of Law and Order, drinks a glass of wine, and goes to bed. Every day is the exact same. She's done the same thing for 5,000 years straight.
Wow. Law and Order is good for that.
No, there's like 400 episodes of it.
Yeah, I read something about that. How there's so much of it that as long as you don't really try to memorize the episodes, it takes so long to watch each one that by the time you start over, you're not going to remember how each one went.
Right, yeah. The trick is to watch them out of order so you can't really place yourself in the show's timeline.
Law and out of order.
Line out of order. Shit, yeah. But, so, anyways, my sister just does the same thing every single day. It's some kind of Zen shit she figured out or something. She's like, it keeps me level. It's all I need. But I can't do it, though. If I wake up without some big dragon to go and kill, I get scared. Like I'm getting buried alive or something.
Man.
And the thing is, I do that while completely knowing that this game is done. I could wake up tomorrow and catch a ball with 500 points. So, okay. And then what? Maybe I get in the Hall of Fame and I get on TV. And then what after that? But it's like, on some level, I still have to grab onto that. I still have to have a mission, any mission. The harder the better. And that's why I count myself lucky that it's turned out to be so hard.
So, do you even want to catch the ball?
Lacrecia's phone starts ringing. She ignores it.
I do and I don't, clearly. I do and I don't. I mean, I don't want this to end, but also if I'm not actually trying my best to get one, the entire house of cards I built for myself just kind of blows over, doesn't it? I gotta wake up every day, stake out some land, keep maintaining this, I don't know, work a fiction.
I think your phone's ringing.
Oh, yeah, it's my coach.
Well, I can leave you alone if that's...
I'm not worried about it. I guarantee it's about the publisher. She keeps wanting me to write a book, all she talks about.
Ah, So she's more like an agent, I guess.
A little bit, yeah.
That's really exciting.
What, a book? Nah, that's really nice of you to say.
You should write one. I'd read it.
Nah, they're too long. It's basically asking someone to pay $15 to be on the other side of a one-sided conversation that goes on for days. You've got to be a total asshole to want to write a...
Krisha, pick up! God damn it, call me back!
The voicemail her coach is leaving comes through.
Ah, shit. Okay, I better get this and hit the road. Listen, it was really nice to meet you.
Hey, you too. When your book's out, you're gonna send me a copy?
Yeah, okay. In about 1,000,000 years.
I'll be here.
For sure you will. Sure you will.
She pulls out of the drive-thru.
All right. Dial Tracey.
The Crota's Ford Focus is not connected to any devices. To sync via Bluetooth, enter the Preferences menu on your device and select
Okay.
the Crota's Ford Focus.
Okay, girl. Jesus Christ.
Ready to pair. Connected to the Crota's phone.
Dial Tracey. Dial Tracey.
The Crota's phone disconnected. Connected to the Crota's phone. The Crota's
Piece of shit!
phone disconnected. The Crota's Ford Focus is not connected to any devices. Ready to pair. To sync via Bluetooth, enter the on your device and select the Crota's Ford Focus. Connected to the Crota's phone.
Dial
The
Tracey.
Crota's phone disconnected.
Fuck!
Connected to the Crota's phone.
Dial Tracey.
Dialing. Tracking.
She finally connects to Tracey Nichols.
Finally, oh my god.
Trace, listen, if this is about the book,
There's a ball incoming.
Damn, I wasn't even looking at the canon schedule. You know I'm in Bay Area, right?
Yes, where are you right now?
I'm a little south of San Ramon. I was just about to get on the 580 exit. 46.
Okay. Oh god, Krisha, you're like right on it. It's gonna land close.
Alright, what's my success probability? I'm gonna need at least 5% to go chasing after it. I literally just stopped to get lunch.
99.98%.
No.
Lacrecia. Lacrecia, this is it.
Oh my god, give me a road.
You said you're on the 580? Take that.
About to be.
Okay, take 580 east. You don't need to speed, don't speed.
Okay. Tell me what you're looking at.
The ball should be making impact with the ground in about 3 minutes. It's hitting Livermore, can just about guarantee that. The player nearest to you is in San Jose. Oh god, you got daylight. He's like an hour away at minimum. This one is all yours.
Okay.
Now listen, there's a real good chance it's gonna hit a building. This model of football is about 200 pounds, so if it does, it's almost sure to crash straight through the roof. This could land in someone's living room, and if it does, you know, that's private property. You're gonna have to ask nice if you want that ball. How many friends do you have in Livermore?
Let me check.
Don't look at your screen while you're driving. That's what I'm here for.
Alright.
You've got about 18,000 friends in Livermore, is that right?
Yeah, but I haven't talked to a lot of them in a long time. Like 1,000 years.
Should be fine. You're a celebrity, you know, you should be okay. Plus, city drops are so rare, I bet a lot of them will just be happy to be a part of it.
Ah, shit.
What?
Ah, shit, I got cops on me.
Were you speeding?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm checking it out, hold on.
Cops start to show up surrounding Lacrecia.
What the fuck? Trace, there's like 12 cop cars. I can't get over. They won't let me.
Shit, it's a motorcade.
Oh, that's just my luck. Of course, the president or some shit like that is here. If I get stuck in this shit and it costs me the ball.
Krisha, they're here for you. This is your motorcade. They called it for you.
Me?
Girl, you are all over the news. They're like, you're breaking news. I'm going through the channels now. You're on NBC. It looks like they're showing some interview you did. Oh, this is some old footage of you though. Jesus, you're wearing a pantsuit. This is from at least like 12,000. What the fuck are you doing wearing a pantsuit? Lacrecia? Lacrecia?
It's ended. This is the end. It's over.
Well, not yet, it's not. Looks like they just up your success probability to 99.9%, but that ain't 100. We do need to talk strategy as long as we have a couple minutes though. I think in the future we need to stake out peninsulas like this one, because I mean, look, this is low value real estate. Nobody else wanted to be here because it's at the edge of the target area surrounded by water. So like, yeah, it's garbage land, but you've got it almost all to yourself. There's like 17,000 people in this game, and right now you're one of the only 3 in the entire peninsula. 3! The more I think about it, the more I think this is just the start. This is just the start. We've got a strategy now. We know what we're doing now. I'm telling you, I know this ball is only 188 points, but I am telling you, you need to start thinking about what you want to do when you're sitting up there in Alaska shooting that cannon. What you want to do, what kind of game you want to create. And plus, before that, we've got to figure out a press tour. If you even want to do one, it's up to you. But I mean, shit, you're basically on every channel right now.
Please be quiet.
How are you doing?
I'm like shaking. My hands are like shaking.
Just drive steady, you're fine. This is what you've worked 10,000 years for. This moment that you're in right now. Enjoy it, just enjoy it.
I'm trying to.
Shit, okay, it hit. It's on the ground, getting now.
Give me a rope.
Getting you a route, just a second. Where are you on 580?
About to pass exit 54.
Get off, now.
Okay,
Hang a right, you want to find Easton Loyola.
got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
You're like 2 minutes away.
God, look at these
I'm
crowds.
seeing it. One of the local stations has a chopper. I'm looking at you now. Oh, hey, I've got good news. The ball hit a fire station. That's a public building. No rights to negotiate, nothing. You should be able to just walk right in there and drag it away. Just,
This is just silly. I don't deserve this.
it's got some kind of landmark designation. I mean, it's a fire station. I don't know why it has that. My maps are probably fucked up or something. Anyway, it looks like it hit the
These
roof of the
people
southeast
are
corner
here
of
for
the
the
building,
whole
crashed
week.
right through the roof. That took most of the wind out of it, so it might just be dug a little bit into the concrete, but it won't be buried. Shouldn't have trouble getting to it. Just pull right up to the garage. Oh my God, Lacrecia, this is really happening. This is really finally happening for us. No other players within 20 miles of you. You got it. You got it.
Okay, I think I'm allowing myself to be happy.
There you go. God, I'm crying a little bit.
I think I'm still in shock too much for that. I'm just happy I could drive straight. Okay, I'm about here. What the hell?
Lacrecia turns the corner.
What?
I just turned the corner. People are like running out of the fire station. Some of them are yelling. They're pissed off about something.
They're mad?
Seems like it.
It's broken, it's gone!
It went right through the roof! Right, just went right through it!
Holy fucking shit!
Tracey, what are they talking about?
That should have been impossible, it was protected! I thought they made it protected!
I'm looking.
Can they save it? Keep all the pieces together? Maybe they can save it!
There's nothing to save! Look for yourself! It's just gone! There's nothing left!
Oh no.
We are here in remembrance of the Livermore light bulb. It was manufactured in the late 1890s in Shelby, Ohio, and installed in Livermore, California in 1901. In 1976, it was briefly switched off when it relocated to a fire station on East Avenue. In 2013, a mishap again cut its power supply, but it was successfully switched back on and remained on until being crushed by a 500 football on July 3rd, 17776. It was 15,875 years old. The Livermore ball probably did not have a soul. It was largely glass and filament through which electricity ran. It did not know us. It did not know its own royalty. It was the oldest functioning electric being in the known universe. It was our dear ancestor. Year over year, century over century, it continued to astonish us. It was, after all, A light bulb that stayed on for more than 15,000 years without burning or breaking. It was a miracle. And yet, it did not occur to us that it could die. Perhaps in a more fearsome age, an age of illness and warfare and cosmic debris, we would not have room in our hearts to care for such a little bulb. But we are living in an age without loss. This is a sorrow we have forgotten how to experience. The bulb lived to us, and life deserves to be immortal. It will live on in our memories, where it will perhaps find more happiness than it ever did hanging from a ceiling. We love you, and we miss you.
Beautiful.
What do we do now?
Hey, can I go out on my own for a little while?
Sure. I was wondering when you'd do that. I'm your big sister, not your parent. You want to go do what you want. Go call some people, make some friends down there.
I can do that?
Yeah, sure you can, but
Okay.
Ha! You know where you're going?
clearly you do.
Nancy McGunnell is in a hotel room. The phone rings.
Hello,
Hello?
who is this?
Well, they call me 9.
How'd you get this number? Who gave you this number?
10 gave me the number 9. Do you know 10?
What in the hell are you?
God, give me the phone, give me the phone! Nancy?
Oh my gosh, Tanny!
Hi!
Oh my gosh, hi! How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's so good to hear your voice.
You too. What a nice surprise.
So I hate to come and go, but there's someone I wanted you to meet. Nine, say hi.
Hi.
9. Hi, how are you?
I don't know.
Nine's a little bit, Nine's new. Just woke up a couple days ago. Now, Nine hasn't talked to anyone but you tonight. Not so good at the small talk yet.
So this is first contact. Well, how about that?
Yes, and we were wondering if Nine could spend a few minutes with you.
Well, of course. I was just cooking some breakfast.
Fantastic. Nance, I'll check in with you later. Thank you so much. You two have fun.
Wait,
What?
are you just... You're not gonna stay?
Oh boy, you're a little starstruck, huh? Nancy's a very good friend of mine. She's very nice. You'll be fine. Bye!
Bye, Missy. Talk to you soon. So, not too good with small talk, huh?
I guess probably not.
Well, there's no shame in that. It's really tough. It takes a lot of practice. First thing you do is introduce yourself. So I'll do that. My name's Nancy McGunnell. What's yours?
9. Or I guess my full name is Pioneer 9.
So I guess that makes Pioneer 10 your sister?
Yeah. When I first woke up, she said she was my little sister, but just a minute ago, she said she was my big sister.
How does that make you feel?
Hold on. I'm trying to find the word. I was launched in 1968, and she was launched in 1972. So technically, I'm older, but she's been awake way longer, and she knows way more, and she's a way better talker than I am. So I guess the word isn't insulted. I guess it's embarrassed. I've never felt embarrassed before. I'm feeling a lot of things for the first time. I built up a lot of residual memory in space, so it's like, I knew it, but I haven't thought about it.
That must be exciting, but I bet it's also a little weird, huh?
Yeah.
Well, don't get too discouraged. You know, your sister and your buddy Juice weren't always so hot at communicating either. Thousands of years ago, they made first contact with us. And at first, we had no idea it was them. So you have to understand how confusing it was. After an eternity of total silence from the universe, we finally received a clear transmission from somewhere. And we had no idea where it was coming from. You want to know the very first thing they said?
What?
Fart.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
We were frightened down here. It was like something I've never felt before, kind of amused and terrified at the same time. So, I think I know how you feel.
I'm happy you can know how I feel.
So, you got me now. What would you like to talk about?
You're not busy or anything?
Not at the moment.
Is your game over?
No, not yet. Hold on, just want to make sure I'm not being tapped. Okay, should be fine.
Does the other team spy on you?
They try to.
Is that legal?
Yeah. Not very sportsmanlike, but it is legal. A few years back, I got careless. I had the ball, and we were running a misdirection. I had about 200 blockers on that play. I told them to all go southeast and try to draw the defense. And then I snuck off and ran northeast all by myself. Spent the night in a hotel in North Platte. I called my coach from the hotel phone. Turns out they had it tapped. Next morning, I went out to get breakfast because, you know, this was no fancy hotel. I wasn't in the mood to eat fruit out of a plastic cup. By the time I got back to my room, the ball was gone. From then on, I always use the room safe every time I stayed in the hotel.
So that was a fumble.
Mm-hmm. They ran it all the way back, too. That was the first score game. It's 24-24 now. 9. You there?
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking up your route. I don't understand what you're doing.
Look funny to you?
Yeah?
Well, a couple days back, I ran up to a twister that allowed
Oh,
me to...
yeah, I saw it. We were watching.
Oh, fun! Yes, that twister blew me a few miles north. Good thing, too, because Iowa had me about totally surrounded. They would have tackled me for sure, and then it'd be back to the grind. You tuned in at about the right time. This game's been real slow in parts. We'll spend a week riding out a 1-mile drive, then we turn it over on downs, repeat over and over. Getting the sort of open field I got right now is a real luxury. But more to your point, I'm really just trying to go where they're not. They've got defenders patrolling the end zone, but they're not as concentrated up here. I'm about 8,000 yards from the river now. I'm real close. This afternoon I'll probably make a break for it.
It seems weird to me you'd want to be so close to a town.
It's usually my game plan whenever I'm in a cross-country game like this one, especially somewhere like Nebraska. If I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I stick out, right? So someone could spot me from half a mile off. And of course, if I'm in a town, there are lots of eyes and ears on me, and unless it's a real friendly town, word gets around. So I like to stay in the periphery, just outside of town. That's where they forget to look.
This is so far from my idea of football.
Football's different things to different people. I see this kind of football, the open world kind, as an end state. The old grid football, 100-yard kind, was basically just train wheels. The game was always all about the field, of course, the ground, the earth. And it was kind of like, here, take this little boring, flat, grassy rectangle and prove you can really know it and understand it. And they spent hundreds of years getting to know the hell out of it. And now, to me, football is a further exercise in getting to know and love this world, this planet. You know? The actual ground. It's so rich with history, it's just embarrassing.
I've been thinking the same thing.
You know, I was telling someone just the other day that I can barely walk 10 feet without sticking my foot into some kind of sacred ground where something special happened. Maybe a week ago, maybe 10,000 years ago. See, right over there, a couple 100 yards from where I'm standing, that's where Al Capone's brother lived. You know who Al Capone is?
Hold on. Yeah.
His brother lived there. He was a prohibition agent for the government. Can you believe that? All this time, his brother was the most famous bootlegger in America, and here he was doing the exact opposite. At war with each other like they were Greek gods or something. And of course, the town's named after Homer. Can't make that up. It's a funny world.
So they're not here anymore?
Oh, no. They passed long before the moment, you know, when people stopped passing on.
I just keep thinking about people from back then. The people who lived just a little too soon to live forever. It's not fair.
It's not. It's really not.
Do you ever think about those people?
I do. I think about them often. I was almost one of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was about the last person in the world you'd expect to see in front of you now. Star running back, I was not. A little after my 70th birthday, I got sick. And it was hard. It was painful. I was starting to think, well, pretty soon it's probably going to be my time. I couldn't get out of the house a whole lot. My daughter would come to visit. She was great, but she could only be there some of the time. So a lot of the time I'd just sit in my living room and watch TV. I started to watch football. I'd kind of grown up with it a little, but To tell you the truth, I hadn't usually been much of a fan. But I got fixed up with a little satellite dish, and I'd watch it every Sunday. I watched the Browns a lot.
Oh, they're good.
You were made in 1968?
Yeah.
You better check your residual memory.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I started watching them because my grandpa was always a fan. They were bad. They just stunk up the field every week. I think in 2026 they went 315, something like that. I loved that about them. Because, you know, I'd flip around all the channels on the satellite box. All the shows were about people winning, people succeeding, people getting happy endings. And even in sports, you know, if a team was having a bad year, it was just kind of their turn to be bad. And in a few years, they'd be good again. And I'm sitting on my sofa thinking, a lot of good that does me. I don't know anything about that kind of life. I don't need to see all these stories when I'm sitting in this dusty little house with an oxygen tank. Just don't need it. But the Browns, I knew they'd always be there. They'd always lose. I got up every morning. It hurt. And at night, I'd go to bed. They'd get up every Sunday, get their tar beat at them, and they'd show up the next Sunday to do it all again. I loved that. I loved them. I felt like I was one of them.
Did they ever win the championship?
The Super Bowl?
What? Oh, yeah.
No, they never did. The miracle that didn't happen for them happened for me. I remember they gave me 3 to 6 months. Well, 3 months passed, then 6. And they drive me to the doctors, and the doctor's like, this is not adding up. So they send me to a hospital in the city, run all kinds of tests, and they're like, well, it's happening to you too. And I said, what? And they said, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. I was getting better. Not even a few years later, I was all the way back to my old self. Those were wild days. For all of us, for everybody, they were wild days. And there's no way to know, of course, but I feel like that team carried me that far. That day was the finish line. I think they helped carry me there.
I've been thinking about what that's like, not existing.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
Tin and Juice are really broken up about the bowl.
I know. I was so sad to hear about it. Truly tragic. It meant a lot to me, and I can only imagine what y'all must be going through.
They're more sad about it than me. It's like they're not used to saying goodbye to anything.
No, none of us are. Best problem to have, I suppose.
I guess so.
You know, my grandpa has this big neon sign he always had in the family room. It said "Go Browns" on it, big letters, and had that brown helmet. I think he brought it home from one of his buddies at the bar or something. Couldn't say for sure. My grandma thought it looked tacky. I remember she'd always say, you can turn that thing on after I go to bed. That was the compromise. The night he passed away, I was staying the night. My grandma woke me up in the middle of the night and said a neighbor was coming by to watch me. That grandpa had passed on. They'd already taken him away. And in the middle of everybody running around, there were a few minutes there where I was just there by myself in the family room. And that sign was the only thing on. And it just softly lit up the room in this beautiful sort of orangey brown. I was 8 years old then. And I remember just kind of standing there and looking at the light in the room. And you know what I thought? I remember thinking how strange it was that the light was still on. I thought that, well, if he was gone, then the light he switched on should have turned off. As soon as he went, everything should go with him. But there it was, though, just glowing.
How'd it go?
Good. I think it went good. Nancy told me about the plaque.
Oh God, of course she did.
So they attached it to you in case extraterrestrials found you?
Yep.
Did you ever see any?
Nope.
Do you think we ever will?
I've been looking really hard for thousands of years, and I have no reason to think so.
Fuck!
Why?
You're drawing of butt-ass naked people that's hurtling through space, and for no reason. Like, imagine, a million years from now, you reach some far-off galaxy that's nearing entropy, and like nothing ever moves around in it anymore. It's just still for thousands and thousands of years, and then you come on zooming through, whoosh, here's a dick! See, Nine likes my joke.
Laugh it up, laugh it up. You think you're so hilarious because you can't. Ah, shit. Nine, buddy. Don't freak out. This is normal. You're fine. You just need to recharge. Here, you got one.
Yeah, I got like one.
Juice gives 9 an extra battery.
Eat up, little buddy.
Hey,
You lost your charge. That's all. I would have warned you. I just thought your capacity was going to be a little higher. You've got a little power left, and after that, you're going to have to charge up for a while.
how long?
Hard to say. Probably a few months at least.
No, I mean, how much time left on this charge?
Oh, I don't know. A few minutes? Listen, it's no big deal. Juice and I have to shut down all the time. You just...
No, I have to see New York.
Oh, come on, I can wait.
No, now, I have to see it.
They tried to market it first. Like, oh, they're making shit up. Like, well, I won't be alive to have to deal with it. Like, well, who cares? I live in Kansas City. Like, well, I just worked at Dublin. I'm too tired. Don't bother me with this shit. When it started happening, they kept bargaining. Like, well, we'll just fix it with science. Like, well, it's not too late to stop it. Like, it's just going to melt a little. Not all of it. Like, all of it. And all this was gone. Dearly. Heard the bagels were trash though.
So what do you think? You ready for bed?
I'm gonna wake up, right? Promise?
Promise. Not sure when, but I promise.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. How much time do I have left?
Right about a minute, it looks like.
1 minute, huh? Okay, I can do this. First, don't worry about anyone dying due to rising sea levels. Everyone was safely relocated, and I'm very happy to report that folks in places like Houston and Louisiana and Savannah were able to preserve their cultures elsewhere in the country. Second, you may have noticed that Maine's new border was strangely preserved in a straight line. That's because the Canadians, being slightly more forward thinkers, dispatched aid directly to the state to build a retaining wall. Third, the rest of the world is basically carrying on just fine. While it is tragic that much of the Caribbean was lost, I'm relieved to report to you that they were safely relocated and their cultures remain alive and robust to this day. Fourth, Tim really should have told you at the outset that in the process of establishing our first contact with you, it would require lots and lots of waiting. That experience was unfair to you and due to a very bad oversight on our part. She feels bad about it, and so do I. And we are both very sorry. Fifth, no, for the millionth time, we really do not know why humans stopped aging. Sixth, Tim's wording was a bit clumsy with regard to people stopped aging. To clarify, babies in the womb in 2026 were indeed born and grew into adults, and all the children grew into adulthood as well. Seventh, I know we didn't really actually look at any people, but thanks to medical technologies, people can now can essentially be whatever age they feel like between 20-ish and 100-ish. Some people choose to be old. They just like it that way. It's great. 8, we're not in some kind of simulation or matrix or whatever, and even if we were, there'd be no way to prove it, so who really gives a shit? 9, I know your residual data indicates to you that the universe will eventually be ended via heat death. Good news, that's bullshit that we thought was true in the 20th century before we had thousands more years to study it. The Earth is always going to be there because 10, they figured out how to keep the sun going perpetually. 11, all the old buildings on Earth are still standing because they were built really well and new technologies helped them keep in good shape. 12, that cop in Nebraska was there because he just decided it was his role. There's still some things like pay theft or whatever going on, but these people are the people of the 20th and 21st centuries, and they like the world they built, and they keep these seemingly redundant roles intact because they are who they are. 13, changing ocean geography aside, state borders remain identical for the same reason. 14, no, you are never going to die. 15, neither will we. And 15,
Time's almost up.
fuck. Well, I got pretty far.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
I love y'all too.
I need to make a partition of my data storage. This is the end, right? The end of the story?
We were always in the It's a free play, buddy. Clock's all zeros. It's after the end of the world.
It was launched in 2023. Put that out there.